In a slowly decaying, futuristic city, social class is determined by the amount of time you spend in a virtual world called the interface. My name is Emmanuel Filteau, and I am the creator of Tales from the Interface, a sci-fi comic that I've been working on since 2015. In these series of videos, I take you through the process of creating these books and answer any questions you might have. Likes, shares, subscribes, all that stuff is highly appreciated and really helps this my little project along. So thank you in advance for doing that. I also really appreciate your comments, and I try to answer them as best I can. So don't feel shy. My book is available for purchase from my website at tfti.inkorporate.com. You can get all 3 books for $30. That's US dollars plus shipping, and I send them myself. They're all signed. I can show you what they look like and there's a hand on it. So it's a perfect bound book, 48 pages, bleed, cram full of details. It's a dystopian sci-fi story, a lot of fun, and that's it. So without further delay, I'll take you through my process, and I'll share my screen. Let me start up my okay. So today I'm working on I'll be working on page 13, but before I do that, I recently got a Nate Piekos, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but new book. And if you don't know him, he's the author, he's the owner of the blindbots.com website, and he's been a pillar of the independent comic movement, as well as a professional letterer for Marvel, at least I know. But he's been providing all these gorgeous fonts, and I am using actually one of them that I bought, and he's providing them for very little money. So definitely, if you want your book to be a little bit better, look more professional, do check out blindbot.com. So I started reading his book, and there's a lot of great advice in there, and it kind of motivated me to look a bit more at how I do my my dialogue bubbles. I just wanted to share you some of the updates I've been doing. So I went back to the beginning of this chapter and just tweaked a few things, namely the line space. It comes like this by default. I just tightened it a little bit more, and that meant I had to kind of play around with the dialogues, like recenter them and whatnot. And another thing I did is I digged a little bit more on how the balloon works, and instead of just having like straight line like that, I'm just going through them, and I'm just tweaking the tail. So I just draw it by hand now, and it looks a lot better. Again, it's not always right on the first try, but I get there. And I think I think clip paint, maybe it's kind of a shortcoming of that software, that the options for types are limited. I know Blambot provides multiple variations of letters, and if you look at the options, I didn't see that in the options. Maybe there's some add-ons I can add, but there's no options for font variation here, and that you can get from software like Illustrator, and that annoyed me a little bit, because it's pretty cool to have like different A's and stuff like that. So oh well. And that's it. I'm just like kind of playing along with these these options and just tweaking it a little bit. And I think this, just doing this much already makes it much more alive. So just deleting those maybe dollar dialogue and just putting more interesting tails to the balloons, tightening it. There's one thing he does, and I could do, but I'm not sure I want. He suggests like adding a variation to the bubble itself, and you can do that. I saw how it's in the vector option, and I forgot where it is, but you can vary. You can make it thicker inside on sides somehow. I saw that in one of the tutorials. This is an option that you have, and I can't find it anymore, but I know it was there somewhere. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. I don't think I'm gonna do it, but you can make the contour a little bit different. You can also draw it, the ball itself, but I really do appreciate the vector line. It's much easier to work with. Yeah, and that's it. So I won't be working on that page, but I just wanted to show you maybe this panel and how I'm handling it. I think it came out fairly well. Just set up and finish setting up my screens here. Okay, so today working on page 13. Just gonna close this one. I'm not gonna take you to hours of adjusting balloons. I don't think it's very fun. I'll just do that later. So I just want to continue this page that I've been working on, and since last week I did go forward on it, so hopefully you'll like it. I worked on the background. Here there was no background when I stopped the show last week. So I added these kind of desert stones at the foreground, the background. So today I wanna work on these panels here, those 3 panels. I don't know if I can do all 3, but you know, we'll see where I go. So for reference, I just want to open my previous page. Okay. Okay, voila. You know what? I'm gonna be back in 5. Just want to grab myself some water. I think I'm gonna need it. Won't be long, probably 2 minutes. I just want some water. I'll be back. Ok. Reste ancré. Cette petite affaire-là. Okay. So it changed a little bit since I worked on it last time. Like since the sketch. I'm gonna try to work in ink as much as I can, but I might need to sketch some of it. Okay. So I have my buddy and I went badminton yesterday, and damn, my back is dead. Haven't been so tired in a while. It was fun though. It's been a long time since I had a real game. Used to go every week as a teenager. Kind of messed up the end of it. I'm gonna try just because I'm happy with the beginning. I think if I could probably just do the back part separately. Right. Yeah, continuing page 12. Okay, so I created another layer because this is a bit difficult, this part. And I want to be able to restart easily without having to select a piece of it. Just trying to look at how I designed that thing. Okay, yeah. So there's a bucket here. Let me try it. Oh, the pockets, the pockets. Oh no, the pockets. Hey, thanks Nick for the like. Nick is really cool. You know, he always leaves a like. He's the author of Life in Necropolis. Do check out his webcomic. I did a fan art of it, of him, of his character life a while back. Cool stuff. Do check it out. Hey, how are you, Rudy? Good evening to you. I'm back at my astronauts. Kind of finished the page. I can show you. Advanced it, at least. Starting to look good. So I think I might be able to do most of it tonight. Ooh, Iron Chef. Nice. So this is gonna be a new story in your webcomic. So do check it out, fuda.com, right? I don't remember this character from the story originally. I remember Beerman and Matt, of course. And then there were the Goths. Or master of an old food Ashken story. Okay, cool. It's probably too big, this thing. Cool. So do you use clip paint at all? I don't remember if you said so. This is the clip paint is the software I use for doing this work. I tend not to push the boundaries of the software too much, but you know I've been trying to improve my flow a bit. Like I shared in the beginning of the video, I've been working on improving my balloons because I got the new book by Nate Piekos, who is the Blambot font master. Oh yeah, you check out Clip Paint, seriously. I don't know if you're still working. I'm sure you must color at least by Photoshop or something, but coloring in Clip Paint is a lot better. It's much easier, faster, and it's a one-time purchase as well. And they often have like specials, like 60% or 40% off, whatever. Yeah, I need to sketch that engine a little bit better. This is not working out. Yeah, they often have sales, so check it out. It's so much easier to color. That's how I started, because I used to work on entirely in Photoshop, but then I started coloring in Clip Paint, and it was so much better. So I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna try the ink, and then I felt that it worked very well as well, and then I can do my whole book almost in there. Like all my pages are laid out. So it's a good thing. It's really well done. I think the balloons. There you go. That makes sense. They often have sales. It's worth it. It's worth it. They should pay me, seriously. I think they have an affiliate link. I should probably use it or something. But I tried affiliate before, and it was too much work for not much return. So yeah, but Clip Paint is cool. Just the dialogue is a bit there's a bit less options. But the balloons are pretty cool. At the beginning, I just said I worked on this page. I showed off the changes I did. So I tweaked the line spacing. You have the basic font option, but you don't have things like vary font. Sometime in Blambot fonts, they have alternate fonts. It's like a symbol with an F, and then like 2 A's will be different. So they have these kind of options, but ClipPaint does not offer that, unfortunately. But the balloons are really well managed still. You can select the balloon itself, just stretch that out. It's all vector, and I've been redoing my the tails of the balloon, so you can use that balloon tail and just make some tails, or you can use the built-in tails, but it's pretty decent, the amount of options you have. The trick with me is that I want to make my books in English and French, so I have to redo all the bubbles at one point, which is a lot of work. So I kind of have my audience split in 2 groups. It's a bit tricky. When I have my campaigns, I need to kind of make 2 pages, and so okay, just this here, and you can probably get the demo for so probably only I've been managing to kind of change my text a little bit so that it fits in the bubble, but I think this time around I'm gonna just like copy the bubbles on another layer on top and just switch the layers and produce 2 different page. I've been doing it in InDesign before, but I kind of want to keep it within ClipPaint if I can. Although it did allow quick editing to fix stuff at the last minute, but if I can keep it within ClipPaint, it would be nice. Often people say French is a bit longer, and it is sometimes, but it's not always the case. Like sometimes I will need more space in English to say the same thing. Could be my level that's different because I'm able to say things in less words in French maybe, but it's not always the case that French is longer. Often it is though. So your Iron Chef story, is that how far are you along? Is that close to the end, or are you just starting out? I don't know if it has anything to do with the Iron Chef show. That's pretty awesome. We are big fans of cooking at home. We do watch that show. Page 4, well, it's pretty good. Comic takes time, man. I think I did a 5-page story. It took me 3 months. So, is that page 4 is completed, or? Pretty classic Iron Chef. Ah. Parody of the classic Iron Chef. So it's in within your world, or it's something completely different. Are you gonna reuse your characters? 10, 12. Yeah, that's a good number. 10, 12. Are you? Is this gonna be on your website, or it's like you having a? You're gonna submit it to magazines or stuff like that? Oh, there's actually another missile here. I'm gonna make this closer. Ah, yeah, it's cool. I should start reading your comic over because I kind of missed. Not sure where I left off. But if it's a short story, that's even easier. I was doing 1 page a week for my webcomic, but it was too much. I couldn't keep up, and I had like long hiatus. So now I lower it to 1 page every 2 weeks, and it kind of fits my release schedule. It's about the time it takes me, I guess, about 20 hours a page, it seems. You know, it counts all the marketing and stuff that I do as well. But if you build a buffer, like you probably are doing that now, and just post or you posting them directly 1 page a week, or you're building a buffer to post them later. Oh, okay, cool. I'll go check it out. You're on page 4 already? Okay, cool. So Matt is looking for a job, and he joined the show for some fast money. Okay. That's cool. There was a show, a manga called Cooking Master Boy. It was pretty funny. It's about this kid who wants to be the top chef in China. And he always like brought the judge. It looked like they were taking their own drugs or something. They enjoyed the food so much. It's like walking in the field of roses. It reminds me of my youth. Like just like Mama used to make. But it's a rough schedule, and doing it 1 page a week, and I'd have trouble to maintain that rhythm. Oh, I got a few more likes. Thank you, people. Who was that? Let me see, Sachiko and Frederic and Aya. Hey, thank you all, guys. It's very much appreciated. It really helps out when people like the algorithm of Facebook says, oh, dude, maybe I should show this to more people. Hey, hi, Sachiko. Hey, nice of you to drop in. Man, I miss you guys. We always talk about how fun it is whenever we have a chance to see each other. We're so impressed with your kids. Seriously, they're so good. Great role models. Often, when you post something, I'll share it with the wife, and it's nice to get the chance. We don't really post stuff for our kids, though. I don't know. We're more private, I think, maybe. I don't know. So working on page 12 of my next book. This is the first chapter. There's always 2 chapters, so 48 page total. I did do something different this time around, though. I sketched almost the whole 2 books that are coming up, instead of kind of doing chapter by chapter. I was trying to get a better sense of the overall story. Oh yeah, well, hey, it is Thanksgiving, isn't it? Happy Thanksgiving. Yes. I work with Americans, and they were all off. Nobody was there. I was all alone. But yeah, I hope I'm sure that you're making something gorgeous. We tried to make turkey on our Thanksgiving, and it was pretty good. But your cooking is always amazing. I'm glad to share my drawings. If people are interested, it's always makes me happy to share it. Well, hopefully this summer it will be things will be a bit better, and we can plan something up. Hope so. Last summer we went to Tadoussac. It is a bit far for you guys, but it's a really nice. So it's a place where you can see. Especially good to see whales. So we went to see some whales. We saw a humpback and a bunch of belugas, and what else we saw? We saw always seals. There's always seals hanging around. What else we saw? The small I don't know in English how they're called. It's like the small rorqual. Is that rorqual in English as well? I don't know. But those small whales and a bunch of stuff. It was fun, and they have great trails. And hey Kevin, how are you doing, man? Ça va? Kevin, another great artist. I'm impressed. There's so many cool people tonight. Thank you guys. Ah, ça va. Je travaille sur la 12e page de mon prochain livre. As-tu des beaux projets ces temps-ci, Kevin? All right, coming along, coming along. T'as une nouvelle résolution. Okay. So Kevin has a new Year resolution already. I'm not there yet, but yeah. What's up? What is it? What is it? C'est quoi ta résolution? Je suis très curieux d'entendre ça. C'est cool. Je suis pas très bon dans les résolutions. Moi. J'arrive jamais à en trouver. I can never find a resolution for a new year, and I never know what I should be. What I should like set myself to do in the year or something. I just keep on doing what I'm doing. So trying to draw those missiles, not. I don't know how correct I am with the perspective, but it doesn't look too bad. I'm not necessarily aiming to be perfect, so I think it's fine. As long as it's cool, I think that's. I think Rob Liefeld will agree with me. I put pockets in for him, so. If he ever comes up with my work, maybe he's gonna say, "Hey, he copied my pockets." Not necessarily a big fan of what he does, but you know, he had something going on. You know, he had energy, and it was fun to look at, even though it wasn't perfect. And yeah, he could improve some of his drawing, but. Des cours de conduite part-time. Bah, c'est cool. Disons que depuis le COVID, j'ai trop dessiné, je pense. C'est déjà comme. Yeah, that's cool, man. Just take it easy. You don't have to. I don't think drawing should be forced. You need to feel like you have to do it. Like, not have to do it, but. Personally, if I don't draw, I don't feel good. I feel like something's missing, and I really need to do it. But if you don't feel like drawing, forcing it, I'm not sure it's very efficient, or it would work long. Not sure it would work long term. What I try to do is. What I did before, because I stopped drawing for maybe a year or something, beside maybe a little sketches, I basically didn't draw at all. So what I did was starting up like 15 minutes a day, only just drawing small stuff, and then eventually I raised that to more time and more time. Yeah, I get that. It's really hard to find those small jobs, and that's why I don't run after them at all. I work on my own projects, and I have a different job. So my day job, if you will, has nothing to do with. Well, nothing. It's not extremely related to comics at all. But we've talked about that when you did interview me a few years back. So I'm still doing UX. So that's my job, when I'm not doing, I'm doing comics at night and the odd illustration if I get like if somebody's interested in some small illustration work, I do take that as well. But basically during the day, I don't do comics at all. And I'm trying. Probably I would like to, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't think it would be necessarily better, and I don't know if I would have the energy to continue at night and work on my own project. I don't know. It's hard to know, huh? You can't like try a different reality and come back to your own reality. Like that would be nice. If you could just okay, I'm gonna change a parameter in my life, and then I'm gonna come back to it and see which one is better. Oh, that would be awesome, man. Just try out stuff and nothing's broken. Try alternate realities where you do different things. Maybe it's a good story. No save points in real life, exactly. Or save states. We know when emulators started to come out, I was finally able to finish a lot of games I couldn't do before, like just by having save state and just starting out at the point instead of having to redo a whole like. And sometimes the stupid games they make you restart from the beginning, like Ghosts and Goblins. Like that's so damn hard. I'm not good at games, full disclosures, but they make you restart the whole stupid game. I mean, sure it's gorgeous, but then when you've seen the layout like 50 times, I mean, you get sick of it. So I think those save states really was cool because you could just restart where you died or something. And yeah, it would be great in life if you could have that. And just say, I'm good here, you know, and let's save that and try something else, and then I can come back to it. And you know what? I do that with my drawing. I have tons of layers, and those are basically save state. Maybe I learned that from games. People often ask me because kind of the line, the kind of the tagline of my comics is about games, right? And they ask me what games I play, and actually I stopped playing games because I'm making this comic, and because I've made a decision in my life to focus on producing rather than consuming. So I don't play games anymore because you get so little return from them. I mean video games, right? Like, because I used to love playing those RPGs, long-term RPG, like Skyrim was probably one of the last one I played. But then you spend so much time in that virtual world that, and in the end, you know, you finish the game, but what do you get out of it? And I think Skyrim was especially true because at the end it's like some stupid dragon. It really wasn't impressive. It was a really bad. The monster at the end was really disappointing. So the game was more about what you do than the monster at the end, because you could even continue afterwards. I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot. Okay. Yeah, as Kevin said, you know, that's it. So I stopped playing games and I decided to spend that time and work on creating something instead. And I think it did inspire the idea behind you know, the interface, and how, although I've been working on that for a long time, how this kind of virtual world eats away at your creativity, basically. I'm sure it can be inspiring, certainly, but you end up with nothing, and I think that's a big thing for me. So, Kevin, if you want some feedback, you know, I'm always happy to oblige. You know, if you want, I like to do that. I often my work, I will have a beta reader group, and I like to do like a session where I read my comic and get some feedback from people. I think that probably came a bit from my experience in UX, where you know, the input of people is really important. So I do like to take people through my stories and see what their reactions are and stuff like that. So if you'd like to do that, Kevin, you know, if you're working on a story, let me know. We can have a session or something. And of course, the same offer goes to you, Rudy, if you want to have a private work session. You know, it's nice to do that, the exchange of good services. This one is curious how long no timer anywhere. I'm just curious how long 1 hour. So 1 hour in, and this is how the guy looks. Of course, I had my sketch already laid out, but yeah, looks pretty good. I feel I'm really slow, you know? But it looks good. Well, I think I can merge this. It's good enough. Well, did I do every little detail? There's a little triangle there. Pretty much. Okay, yeah. So I can remove this. So I'm gonna draw down the smoke coming out of his back. So I want to have some clouds behind these guys, or I don't know if they're going to be completely blue, the background, or not. There was some cloud there. I don't know. Might be cool to be entirely blue as a contrast. Or maybe some cloud here. Yeah, well, cloud are pretty easy to draw. I can just put one in and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so second guy, or gal, this is Clara's thing. And of course I want it on a different layer. I'll just make a folder for him, just to keep him separate. And here's the second layer, folder for her. Not sure I need a folder for her, but here we go. Okay. How is she? She's having a different, for sure. It's not exactly the same. Some antenna here. One thing very difficult about working digitally is being stuck in the details. It's very easy to get lost in details because it's so easy to zoom in and you kind of lose the context of the page. Can't say that I've entirely mastered that at all. Just looking at a panel I finished recently, and I, probably put too much details where it wasn't necessary, considering the size of my comic. It's pretty hard. Like I've heard that people say you should keep your page the same size as a final to avoid this. I don't know, I can't bring myself to do that. So the tube is it's about that too. But you see, the algorithm of Facebook is so predictable. I mean, as soon as people starting to like the video, it seems like more people saw it and more people came in. It's like, it's really like black or white. I mean, you get all or very little. It's crazy. I really miss the time where social media was, just a feed, just a simple feed. You just got like what you subscribe to directly. Like I remember when Twitter switched that, I was so annoyed because you are missing out on so many things that I used to see because They're just like trying to reorganize my feed based on their crap. You know, if I subscribe to somebody, it's because I want to see what they're doing. But no, they think they know better, or you know, they want to promote what they're getting paid to promote. Well, it's a business, right? Ay. Can I be really angry? I mean, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have much of a platform at all. Kind of stuck with it. Oh, not quite it. Okay, let me fix that. Made a mistake. Shouldn't be like this. Okay, something like that. Right. And this one too has two guns. They're not on the drawing. Wonder, I could probably sketch them just to be a bit more accurate. Okay, so this is going to be 2 more guns. Okay, I'm gonna give a shot to inking it and see how it goes. It's much smaller than the other one. It's what did I said? It's kind of tricky to draw small. I'm not that great at simplifying things. You should watch the Cartoonist Kayfabe video of interview with Mac Magnolia. I really liked it. He was saying that when he started out, he thought his drawing wasn't good enough, so he decided he wanted to be hired as an inker. And it turns out that he was a worse inker than an artist, so than a penciler. And he kind of got told to draw instead of ink because his inking was not good enough. Pretty funny. Like what you think you're good at is not necessarily what you are good at. did this. Trying to reproduce that thing there. Not necessarily all details, but you want it to be recognizable at least. No? Yeah. And then that looks pretty nice. And I just want to have the smoke coming out of the back. I'm not sure it's placed properly. I'll try something else for that. It shouldn't be going more and more. It looks, because it kind of looks like it's going towards, yeah, I think that works better, like trailing off like this. You can see in color how I can treat it as well. So I'm gonna put a cloud. We'll see how it goes. I think yeah, it trails off like that. Yeah, it's better, right? Otherwise it looks like he's kind of you're not too sure where he's coming from. Thanks. Yeah, so let's try adding some clouds. And it's kind of hard to tell how it's gonna look like without seeing the color. But this is pretty easy to touch up once I get there. But yeah, you know, I gotta imagine this. You know, I don't really have to imagine. I can do a quick color just to see how it looks like. It's not too. And I can show you really how the color works in Clippaint at the same time. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna choose a crappy blue. It's not really the end blue that I want to use, but just to give you an idea. Yeah, I need to put that blue in here. Which one is this? Let me figure out my layers first. Oh, there we go. All right, so blue like this, and then I can yeah, just blocking colors. Yeah. But you can see how fast it is. I mean, it already good. It kind of goes already under your ink. So if I show you really close up and I reduce the opacity, I don't know if you can see, but it just goes under the ink, so you don't have that white outline. I'm sure if you've done Photoshop and you know you need to like select and then expand selection, it kind of groups all that into one step, so it's much more straightforward. So you know, just quick blocking, and I can see that it didn't finish my cloud there. That's for sure. And I can do that while I'm there, since I noticed it. Maybe just remove these guys. You see, it looks like the cloud. That's something, huh? So the cloud was exactly hiding behind the guys, and it kind of looked like it disappeared. So it would probably look better if the cloud was like coming out like this. It would make more sense. So let me see. If I just lower the opacity of my alien and rework my cloud, it's gonna look a lot better for the composition wise. So let me find so like this you don't want it to repeat too much, but if I do something like that instead, go back to my thing, and then I can maybe just block that part. Yeah, and this would be white. Kind of looks weird still because you don't know where this line is going. I think if I were to make it more like this. Would look better. Another cool tool is the lasso fill. So it's a lasso plus a fill at the same time. So I can just go into my color layer, just select the part I want, and hey, voila. And I think it makes more sense. You can see the cloud a lot better this way. I could also like do the whole front, the whole section like that white, like something like that. But then my other cloud looks weird, so I don't know. This temporary, just trying stuff for now. Of course, when I do the final, it's gonna, I'm gonna refine it at that point. But it kind of looks like a zoom in. It's pretty cool. Like I think the end. And I can play around with the colors as well, so that the clouds in the back look a bit different than the clouds here. I think it looks pretty okay. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now, and when I work on my final colors, I can adjust. So now those missile, and I draw them like as little shark, and that's definitely one I want to do here. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, where's my layer? Here. Yeah, so blocking colors in clip paint, yeah, it's just a little bit easier. Just one of the reasons why I switched. Still 0.15. Should be good. Okay, so now my shark missile. Just like the Bob-omb in Mario. Do shark have nostrils? They shouldn't have nostrils, right? I don't know. Oh, another like. Who's that? Ah, Mathieu, thanks. Hey, merci. Man. Mathieu Gaudreau. Un autre artiste, les pieds palmés. On attend avec impatience son prochain opus. Do sharks have nose? Ça a-tu des narines, un requin? Probably not. I mean, it wouldn't make sense, right? They breathe through their gills and mouth, but they do. They do have it. So they have these. I'm not sure. Probably just to smell things, right? Just, yeah. So it's not to they can't breathe through that. Maybe they can. I don't know. So they breathe through that and then passes through the gills. Ooh, look at that. That is weird. Okay, yeah, so they do have nostrils. All right. So let's give him a little nostril. Yeah, they do smell, right? They have a acute sense of smell. But I didn't know if it was like based on the on the taste of water, you know, because taste and smell is pretty much linked together. But yeah, so they do have nose holes, nostrils. my windows a bit. Sorry. They don't breathe through them. Oh, they don't. Like, what if they get full of stuff in their mouth? Like, would they use their nostrils to breathe like we do? Like when we're eating, we can still breathe through our nose. So I'm thinking maybe they do that as well. They're pretty ancient animals, so maybe not. But how do you just need to want to double check something. A cursive capital S. I want to make sure I do it correct. Because I want to give that thing a name. He's going to be called not terribly original. I think just Sharky. My S was good. Okay, something like this. Sharky. Maybe I couldn't bitey or something. Google says their nose don't connect to their throat. Oh, there you go. So it's really just like just a smell. That's pretty cool. The more you know. And I'm gonna draw. I think I'm drawing little gills too. Too much, maybe. It's probably too much. I think he looks pretty cool like that. Okay, I'm gonna redo that smoke. I'm gonna try something else. Oh. Just wanna put into a different layer. There you go. Putting the whole shark in one thing. Where's selected layer? And When I'm looking at it, probably we should see the top of the fin a little bit, because this guy is, we see the top of that fin. So I think like this would make more sense. All right, let's see. There are some materials in clip paint, so let's see. Let's see if I can find something for this, like the speed line. So otherwise, I'm gonna draw them, but they can have some pretty nice effects that you can use sometimes. Even have a whole section on pattern background, manga material. Effect line. So they might have something that suits my... No, they don't. I want something like that. It seems like something pretty common, but then again, maybe not. But you can look at the their library, and I'll check just for a minute, maybe. Bullet speed and no, that doesn't work. What do they call it in the software? They call it effect line. Effect. I don't search through that a lot, but they have a lot of stuff. It's just very random, and it's hard to find something nice. And I know there is some nice stuff, but because I kind of want to like speed. Not really what I'm looking for. Oh well, I just draw it. You see what I'm trying to do here? I just want like but sometimes in clipping you can find like some good effect line that do exactly that. Like, because it takes long to draw all these lines, and if I could have a brush or a just something that I can apply here, it would save a lot of time. Shockwave, I can try that. Let's see, shockwave, wave. Yeah. It's pretty cool though. Oh, they're there for pay though. This one is for pay. Yeah, you can buy those as well. They have a whole library of people who make those and sell them. It's okay, and it's sometimes it's just easier just to draw the damn thing. What? Manual it is, yes. Yeah, so closer. I didn't put it closer to save time. I put it closer because there's more tension. Okay. And another smaller one. Another layer. Shouldn't show because this last section here is all cut, so shouldn't worry too much about that. Try something. I want to move a bit back and just try to draw more black here, just to see. If I change my mind all the time. All right. 15 minutes to go. I managed to do 2 panels, like the top and the rockets. Not too bad. I'll start working on this guy here. I don't think I can finish tonight, but still, you know, things are advancing. It's nice. Okay. He's really rough. I need to do some sketch on him. He's too rough. maybe try to clean it up a bit more. I don't think this hand is quite correct. Should be, this one is good, but again, I'm not sure about my shortening. My forced shortening, it's never easy. If I did it correctly, I think the end itself is not too bad. True. The arm is always tricky. You can see how I work my sketch. I kind of just layer it after layer until I reach something, or otherwise if that doesn't work, I might do just a quick photo, ask somebody to take me a picture of me in that pose and see if what went wrong. But yeah, I think like this, the thumb in front, and yeah. Alright, well it's 56 and I'm pretty much done for the day. I think it was pretty productive. You know, comic is not something that I can do very fast. I take my time, I try to make it as the best that I can. So it takes the time that it takes. But today we were able to finish 2 panels and you know, improve this one a lot. I'm gonna continue this one. I don't know if probably next week I can just finish that because I've been working on another section of the comic. Thanks, Rudy, for. I think it's a good effort. You know, it's going forward. Another bit done, and thank you for being here. By the way, you know, staying with me and your good comments, always appreciated. And everyone who stopped by, it was very fun. I got to see some people I haven't seen in a while. If anybody's interested in the comic, it's available from my website, tfti.inkorporate.com. You can get all 3 for 30 US plus shipping. And I always sign my copies, and there is a sketch available if you're interested. And with that being said, I will see you all next Thursday, and I hope you have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving to my American friends, and I'll see you around the interface. Thank you. Bye, guys.